Hey there!
Hi.
So today we are in a cabin, and so we thought we would come and do a little bit of a coffee talk to say what's happening and why we're in a cabin. So, boys, so I'm actually working on a film project. And boys, what have you guys been doing while I'm working?
We've been vacationing by doing archery, playing at the cabin, sledding.
And Eric, what have you been doing? I saw you out there.
I was playing kickball and
We also
mini golf. We also
Mini
made
golf?
ice cream.
That's cool.
We also made ice cream.
What
and
did you
other
do,
stuff.
Hudson?
Marshmallow guns.
Marshmallow guns. Can you show us one?
There.
There's a marshmallow catapult. Ta-da! That's pretty cool. It's over there. You have to show them. They're right there. All right. So they're going to go and actually do some marshmallow catapulting for a minute while Mommy and I talk about this. Love you guys.
I caught Panda.
Oh, that's Panda. That's William's Panda.
And he's not Kung Fu Panda.
All right. So yes, we are, as we continue to learn how to work and have family at the same time, we get to try different things. So this week, well, actually, this backs up a ways. In the 10 years that we've been married, I have only worked on film projects that we were doing, or we were either producing or somehow we were in charge of them. And so we had talked about it earlier this year that maybe if I ever got a chance, I should try working on someone else's set and see what it looks like and how that works. So I had mentioned it to one of my friends, and then next thing you know, there's one right here in Colorado in our backyard, and is shooting right after Thanksgiving into Christmas. So we decided to do it. Stacy can tell you how cranky I was trying to make the decision.
There were lots of factors. We didn't know exactly when Corey was going to be born, and the film shoot was starting just a few days after her due date. So we were like, do we assume she's going to come early again? Will we have time? And then he found out that they were making it a family-friendly shoot. And so he was like, are you okay with staying in a cabin with the boys all week while I'm going to be gone all day running around
Right.
doing stuff? Anyway, but then we found out there were a lot of other families on the shoot as well, and even friends of ours that were bringing their whole families.
Yeah.
So that was exciting. I said, that sounded like fun. Go and spend a week visiting with other families who face the same challenges that we do as a film family.
Yeah, so among Christian filmmakers, there's several different producers and companies that will set up their sets in such a way that all the workers can bring their families and stay with their family for the duration of the shoot. And so that was really handy for us. We still, like right after we're finished here, we're going to be driving back to our house so that we can be at church with everyone tomorrow. And then tomorrow afternoon, we'll be coming back out here. We're here for the week. But it's true, like, I mean, during the week, I'm getting up early, usually between 4 and 5. And then I'm gone working for 12 hours, and they're feeding me breakfast, lunch, and dinner somewhere over there. And Stacy's here with the boys. And so, there's a bit of a question at times, like, is it really worth us doing all of this to be together for, an hour in the evening?
When you're toast anyway, he's exhausted when he comes back.
But it really does make a difference. And so when you're, there's just that little bit of a contact, and even me in the morning, so the cabin has 2 bedrooms, and so Corey often sleeps out here, so she doesn't wake us up, just with all of her little snufflings, because she can yell a little bit, and then we come, and so we can hear her all too well, and so it's nice having her just a little bit away where we don't hear every little breath she makes, and wake us up with it.
And in the morning,
So I get to snuggle with Corey in the morning just a little bit before I go to work, because I can get to go say hi to her. And so,
well, it's good, I think, for us too, because even when you come home for an hour in the middle or at the end of the day, he shows me pictures of what he was working on his phone and how the film shoot was going, and just debrief about what issues arose or different beautiful scenery that he got to see or whatever, and just keeping that daily interaction versus if you were to wait till the end of 3 weeks various things slip away out of your mind. You'd remember highlights to share with us.
Right, or lowlights. I'd remember just a few things.
Not the same as keeping current. And we text or call every once in a while throughout the day if we need to communicate something, and you'll like give me a brief rundown of.
And actually, because I'm working in the art department, I'm actually able.
You're more flexible.
Well, so I'm actually the set decorator, which means I'm getting the sets ready before the crew comes and is filming there. And so, like one day I had to come back here and cook a fish, and so there's days when I have to come back by here and do something. Is everything okay? Did you lose marshmallows already in your marshmallow war?
William ate a marshmallow.
Oh, William ate some of your ammo? Oh my. Do you need more?
Get a replacement.
Just one. Okay, they're in the drawer over there. Top drawer. So they're little catapults. They decided to have a marshmallow war. Everyone got a certain amount of marshmallows, and William ate one. Imagine that. But it is true that just being together a little bit is a huge difference, and it's just which is why we actually why I care about trying to do the work that I'm doing in a way that allows Stacy to be around me, is because that daily fabric is so necessary, where we have a little bit of interaction.
Yes.
Sounds like someone ate the marshmallow and is now sad that he ate the marshmallow. Here, I can hold baby Corey for a minute. Oh, she's all sleepy-fied. Aww. She's a beautiful little thing, 4 weeks old, and just becoming more responsive all the time. Okay. So we can't tell you all about the movie yet that I'm working on, but hopefully at some point we'll be able to share that. But I'm able to work outdoors a lot, and I just love the winter. We actually had a bunch of snow this last week, which made it possible for the boys to be able to do they're able to sled and go play in the snow and other things like that. But one of the things that happened, so what I've been doing is I get up early in the morning and I will make, here you can have Corey back for a minute. So I will always make the coffee that I want. And well, so the first week that I came here, we were staying over at the production office. I was staying not in the cabin. I was just by myself for 3 days. And then I tried to get coffee one morning, and there was this big old coffee machine. And when I went and put some in there, it looked funny. And when I tasted it, I was like, I don't even know if I want to drink that. And so I added some creamer, and the creamer just curdled immediately. And it just was like acid. I don't know what was in that coffee, but it was nasty. And so there was a little fellowship of filmmakers who discovered how nasty the coffee was. And so after a while, we got better at the coffee. So when I got our own cabin, I brought a French press and everything so I could make coffee. And so what I'd do is I would make one in my travel mug, and I'd have this coffee in the travel mug, and then I would make one for the afternoon, for right after lunch. I'd put in this coffee bottle. Well, we were on set the third or fourth day of filming, and suddenly we realized that one of the props, and because I'm in the art department, I'm aware of what's happening with the props, but one of the props was supposed to be a water bottle, and we didn't have the right water bottles. And so one of the other guys who was in charge of some of these things was looking at all of it, going, oh, I need, and he points at mine, he grabs mine and says, I need this, and he grabs a bunch of our coffee, other people's water bottles, and he took my coffee bottle. And I thought, well, that's great, you can have it. Now, it's funny, on a movie, we can't always show these brands and stuff, so he grabbed sandpaper and took this off and took it off over there. And I was like, well, there goes my afternoon coffee, now what am I going to do? And so, but because I'm in the art department, we needed some set decoration for another scene, and so I was in town and I stopped at a thrift store. I was just looking for various, what we call gack, to put on in a shed, and as I was looking around, my coffee bottle was on a shelf there for sale, and so I bought another one just like it. So I donated one to the cause, and then the Lord blessed me with another afternoon coffee thing. Oh.
And then as a souvenir, when they were done with some of their gack.
Well, this is more knickknacks and decoration.
Knickknacks.
Yeah, so I did get another coffee mug, but
that's to pay you for your water bottle, right?
Maybe. So I have another. It just says Joy. It's just a Hobby Lobby generic Joy, but I like it because it says Joy on it and it's Christmassy.
And
And
it's your souvenir from the movie.
yeah, so I have my souvenir now. But that was I just thought it was funny that my coffee bottle got stolen, not stolen, but appropriated, and then later I got another one. So this is different from the RV. I'm glad we're not staying in the RV because it's very cold. It was 12 degrees this morning. But what are some of the, like, for you? I mean, you're having to do a lot of driving and extra work to just make this work together for us.
Right. But thankfully we were ahead of school with the boys because we knew Corey was coming, and so we had been working earlier and very diligently. So when we got here and there were so many activities to do with the boys, we have been able to just do a few school items in the morning, and then
I am adding some milk to my coffee, so
it's not going to curdle.
for all of you black coffee drinkers, I'm sorry.
And so it's been a good family vacation for us, and getting to try all sorts of activities we don't normally have access to, like they were all saying. So, I mean, the boys have just been delighted every morning when they get up. We're like, what adventure is going to happen today? And another funny thing is Joseph's with the art department, and he's driving around to and fro, getting things, moving things to different sets. When we're out and about, we sometimes spot his van, and all the boys are like waving.
I'm driving a Suburban, not a van.
We see your Suburban. And now they're all like, hi, Dad. Get to participate in that. So anyway, it's been good. It's been good for our family to have a vacation because we're working a lot this fall. And
that's true.
Steadily on a lot of things.
So it's
even though you're busy,
yeah,
they're definitely feeling the vacation side of it.
Right.
And I'm taking them things that you may not have just wanted to stand there and watch them make marshmallow catapults or whatever.
Right.
No,
but it's good.
It's been really good. Very, very grateful to the producers for valuing family.
Yeah.
For going out of their way. They could have just stuck you in a hotel room or in a room with several other men and saved money with the shoot that way. But the fact that they value family, the stability, the strength that gives the guys to keep going, to not. Then there's less accidents on a set. People get sick less on a set when they're taking care of life side as well.
So Steve was asking when we're going to bring another film together, and this actually, me coming and working on someone else's set is a little bit of is part of me learning what the set feels like from a different perspective, because I'm always used to running the set, and so I don't always get the full psychological, emotional, whatever impact of our decisions because others are having to work to help make our film successful. And so now I'm getting to return that where I'm working to make someone else successful. So it's a really good experience for me to see what it feels like on this side. And we're hoping, we're hoping to, after our Thorn Crown Films meeting in January, we're hoping to have some clarity on what film we're working on next. So,
well, we're working on a project. Working on another documentary at the moment.
Right.
We've got some interviews and stuff for that.
That's true.
Our actual next feature film, we have some story ideas that we're supposed to meet and run by them to make a final decision on. And you have one script that's fully written in the works.
So we have several things that we're working on that we would love to be able to talk about. They're just not quite ready to be talked about. So when they are, at the current rate, I think we will be releasing something next year, even if I think a documentary next year while working on a feature film potentially next fall.
Yeah.
So we do have things in the works, and we are so grateful. It just this after we're finished with We Three Kings last year, and then this whole year has been more of a prayerful time of Lord, what is next, and actually beginning to do the interviews for the documentary, and preparing for that next film. So we're hopeful. We're looking forward to that. But this is our experiment for 2021 is I'm working on someone else's set, seeing what it feels like on this side. And it's really neat to be here and to be able to work with the team and get to know more of the crew and know other filmmakers. And we'll see what happens in the future.
Yeah. And with the documentary, I think we have, one or possibly 2 more interviews to do with it. And we'll be finished with interviews. And it's potentially several documentaries. And then probably some reenacting of some stuff.
Right.
That would be the last filming. And then we just have to finish editing it together.
My list of people I wanted to interview, I think I still have 4 left.
Oh, never mind.
And so
It keeps growing.
it kind of does. but so it's, and we'll see.
And some
Sometimes
of them
in
are
the
January,
process.
right?
So we're hoping
Early
toward the end of January, February timeframe, we'll be able to get some of that. And then, we're just praying for a favor and that we can move forward on that. So
Very
that's-
excited about it.
yes,
Can't wait till we can share some of that with you guys.
yeah, that's going to be
The
exciting.
messages, especially of one of them, I felt just, it's so encouraging. And
Yeah.
Very excited.
So, see, it's good for us to be working in film, even if it's not our specific project. What has been interesting for me is working 12-hour days on someone else's project where I can't just break away and go take care of something online real quick or do a coffee talk or something else. But what is very nice about it is they're working 12-hour days, 5 days a week, and then they're giving us Saturday and Sunday off. And that is not always the case on film shoots. So
Right.
I've been very grateful for how they have taken care of us, and it's been awesome.
And if you ever watch our live stream of our church service, you'll see that the men in our church have also stepped up and